You only have 4 men doing the righteous work, and all these people are in these churches filling up these Catholic and whatever else church you could think of in Babylon. A few men from the sword. He's going to keep us from the sword. We're going to have that. We're going to have that abundance and be merry when this Jacob's trouble and this destruction comes. And Esau show you in all the movies. I was watching this movie on Netflix called Outbreak or Daybreak or something. I just watched like the first episode and I turned it off because it's kind of goofy. But it's about the end, right? It's the aftermath of some of the missiles hit and some people made it. And like literally in the show, they show you there's like a half of a missile just like sticking in the ground. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man, these Edomites know what's coming.
Yeah.
But literally, I've never seen a movie like that. Where they literally like if you look back behind us, there would be like a missile in the ground, the tail sticking out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what this movie showed. So it shows you, hey, they know this end is coming, and this Bible is real, and these prophecies are gonna come.
Con, I had a point too to make. That's how like we were hitting on that, like not last week but the week before, how the Lord is the creator of light and darkness, because he's actually in control also of these Edomites, and having them put little shit like that so that we still know this is the truth, and that
And that's that spirit being poured on flesh. Like all the Edomites. He had to manifest that thought, like, oh, I'm gonna put a missile in this ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like, what y'all talking about?
My
country's not gonna end.
Yeah, there was. I was watching an American Horror Story. They had the Apocalypse.
Oh
season.
yeah, I haven't seen that one.
And in that one, they show the same thing, man. They actually show the elites they show all these guys, man, sitting there with black masks on, signing the ticket for the missiles to drop.
Con. Oh yeah, and in this movie, I haven't really watched it all because it kind of started getting goofy, but like they show like tribes too. Like it basically shows that people become like tribal, but they had it all fucked up because they had like, unless it was confusion of face, but they had like Edomites dwelling with the Israelites in the same tribe, So Esau always fucks up and perverts the truth, in their movies, but they give you small samples,
Yeah.
Because this is the truth.
Con. You want to go to 23, that same chapter?
Stay on 16:2-23 or just go to 23?
12:23, Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 12:23. Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision.
Jump to 25.
Verse 25. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh.
So he's going to be faithful and true to his prophecies and to the scriptures. It's all going to manifest. That's why these brothers are out here as a sign today to the nation of Israel. Hearken to that thing. You see the men of the prophet. You come. Hey, if you're out there, on YouTube, come visit a camp if you want to learn something about this truth. Grow, manifest. Don't just be a couch potato, or what do they call it, a armchair quarterback. What do they call it? Just sitting on your couch. Come and learn. Come and get this bread. Come and drink this water. That we're serving up. Starting out with our elder apostles. Who we learn from. 27.
Verse 27. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are far off.
So Ezekiel, he saw the sign of, he saw Babylon, he saw the prophets in Babylon, But what it say? Hey, this is a long ways till this happens, But now here we are in Babylon, and we're prophesying. This is what Ezekiel saw. He saw the prophet. He saw us. He may be one of us. Through the regeneration, we don't know who's who. But the prophets saw these visions, man.
That's right.
They saw what today happened.
Yep.
And we'll finish off on Ezekiel 37.
This is picking back up on Ezekiel 37 and 22. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be the king of them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power.
Khan, Yahweh is restoring us right now as we speak, as we're reading these verses out and prophesying, teaching the Bible with the speckled bird up here, the two sticks joining together. Because you guys seen that movie, the Planet of the Apes, when the Caesar, he grabbed the two sticks. Oh shoot! He grabbed the two sticks and he put them together. Thanks, Ak.
Khan, yeah.
That's symbolic. That's another sample of this truth. Thanks, Ak.
Come on.
So that's what that symbolized,
Mm-hmm.
Even in the movies, like I say, the Esau will put that truth in there.
Yep. You keep going.
Yeah, you know what? Isaiah, can somebody grab Isaiah 8:18? Yeah, you keep. Actually, you know what? We can be finished on that. Hold on.
Okay.
But Isaiah 8:18. Let's see. I think that's good.
Want me to bring it out?
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 18. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel, from Yahweh of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion.
Khan, the children whom the Lord hath given him, or we're a sign, for us to come out and prophesy. That's what we keep. I'm trying to knock it in our heads, This is a sign of the end, for us to be out here. What could we have been doing today, besides prophesying,
That's right.
But we have a spirit on us, We're out here doing this, and then everything else is secondary,
Yep.
That's the mindset we have to be in, Khan, you want to keep reading that, Ak?
Verse 19. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits,
And it's familiar spirits because why? Because of the regeneration, man. Our spirits were the first fruits. We came back over and over. And these brothers, we probably knew each other, a few other spirits, or not other bodies, in the past.
Guaranteed.
Our spirits were linked.
Absolutely.
We may have prophesied in Persia, or Babylon, the ancient Babylon, together.
That's why when you meet brothers, there's a special connection there,
Kind.
Lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah. When I first came out to meet the brothers over here, man, I really had no idea what was gonna come of it. But right after when I first met this brother and was talking to Yadazak, man, right away, I was like, man, this is where I need to be.
That was beautiful.
I told my woman, hey, I'm gonna go meet these brothers and see what's up. I called her right on my way home. I was like, hey, this is happening every Saturday.
And the way I got in the truth is I went to the gym and I met the brother called Y'all, and he just came up to me one day and just made 3 statements, and he was new in the truth, but I was in darkness. I was dry bones, he just came up. Because we had talked about the Bible before, but it was more of a darkness conversation because we didn't know the truth. Then the brother came across the truth. He came to me, he says, hey, Jesus wasn't black. And I don't even know if the brother knew it was Yahweh Shai at that time,
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Jesus wasn't black. Your neighbor wasn't talking about your neighbors in America, Babylon, talking about when your neighbor was your brethren, And I was like, just a few things that he sparked because I had a premonition or a thought 20 years before that, about, actually I thought that the Israelites were the so-called Negroes, which they are, but that's the thought I had 20 years ago as a young man when I used to read the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked this Hamite, I said, hey, who are the Israelites? Because if you read the Bible, you gotta be one of your first questions. Who is the Israelites? I asked this brother, he was a Hamite, who was in Christianity, and he had an accent, African accent, you know. He didn't have an answer though, you know what I mean? He gave me some fucked up answer and I left it alone. And it didn't come back to manifest until that day when Kal-Yah was like, Jesus was a so-called black man. Jesus, you know what I mean? And he named off like 3 things, and I just went and did my research. I started doing research and then manifested to this, you know.
Wow.
But when I first got the truth, man, I was like, my passion was, I was on fire, man. I couldn't wait. At my job, I was watching videos, you know.
Yo.
At home, I'd watch videos. Man, there was a time that I went for like 8 months without even dealing with a woman, and for me, that's like a world record. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was all the will of Yahweh, man, and here it's manifested, you know.
And that's the way it is. Can I grab this quick step, bro?
Come on, yeah, bring it out.
And that's the way it is when you get into this truth, man. And that's why in the book of Hebrews, this was being said.
Yeah, and then I met Kal-Yah while I actually watched the videos from other camps, and Lord willing, you know, I ended up, after about 2 years, I said, hey bro, I want to come out in the streets with you guys. And I didn't even know at the time when I told them I wanted to come out and do this, I didn't know what I was getting into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know. You don't know, man.
And that was me too. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was getting into. Then I was like, and Kal-Yah is on fire. You know, he's like, hey, we got camp today. 2 days passed. We got another camp. I said, okay, I'll be right there. You know? And I just ran with the spirit, man. And here we are. I'm glad I'm still doing this, you know? This is a mercy, you know?
Khan.
Khan.
Yep.
We all have our own stories, you know, on getting in this truth, you know? And it's all at the will of Yahweh, who put the spirit on us.
Let's lock it, bro. Let me,
Oh, you good?
Khan, here it is. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10. And I'm gonna start at verse 32. I'll start at verse 31. It says, "It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, but call to remembrance the former days, in which, after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions." So, you know, always call in remembrance that when you first were coming into this truth, man. You know, you're on fire, and you're dealing with afflictions, and after a while you might catch yourself in a state of, like, you know, almost relaxation. You know, oh man, I've done this, I've done that. You know,
Yeah,
and you start getting
idle.
comfortable. Yeah, but you always got to try to remember to try to keep that fire lit up, man.
Keep
throwing kindle
that
up
hand
in
on
it.
the plow, huh?
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, because what will happen then, you know, after so long, you just get lazy and you just kind of fall out. You know, that's why we always got to be examining yourself, man, because this thing is, we're in this thing for the long haul, man, either until Yahushua comes back or until you die trying, man.
And then, like, doing videos, you know, that's like something that keeps you in the spirit, man. You know, and really you gotta set time to do that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today, because this morning when I was showering, I was thinking about that. I was like, man, you know how, like, everybody in the world, they have their kind of their thing, you know, they'll go home, they'll get fucked up, drink some Hennessy, you know, or they'll go smoke a couple blunts, try to relax, you know. But our remedy, man, our alleviation from this pain, because it's pain, man. That's why they need those things. That's why they want those things. That's why those things are so popular, so to speak, is because those relieve us from this pain, man. But this is what relieves us from the pain. This is the true relievator, man. Without this, then you are going to be cleaving to sipping more wine than you need. Which there ain't nothing wrong with, you know, sipping some yawn and, you know, getting a little bit tipsy, but
Moderation.
Yeah, within moderation,
Balance.
man. You don't need to be getting fucked up every day because you're depressed. This is what relieves you from the depression. You see?
God, and you know, all these Edomites, they're heavy on that mental health, you know.
Oh yeah.
And they got Israelites believing in that shit, you know. And that's just sorcery and witchcraft, you know. That's Esau making you feel like you got a problem, you know.
Yeah.
Esau. Yeah, so, you know, that's what we're out here. Our purpose is to be the watchmen, you know. You know, we're bringing out some knowledge that we've been handed to us, you know, and saying, hey, this is wickedness.
Yeah.
This is righteousness.
Yeah, they're trying to say that with my son. They're like, oh, he has trouble staying still in class. We
Yeah,
think he
man.
might have ADD. And
Yeah.
they're like talking about these different things like he's some kind of animal.
Remedies, different
I'm like,
remedies.
man, I'm like, no. What, maybe you shouldn't have your class so goddamn boring then.
Right.
And really, you know, that
I don't want to sit down for 4 hours
yeah,
and
you're
listen
not
about.
gonna, your kids aren't going to go to school in the kingdom, man. You know?
Oh no.
You're not
Spiritually,
going to
you
be
know, he already
vexed
knows.
by that.
Nope.
Your
They're going to
son,
be being
your
taught
boy.
by their moms, man.
Yes, spiritually,
Yeah.
your son already knows. That's why he ain't dealing with that.
Yeah, he
shit.
got in trouble for cutting up the principal already.
Con.
Yeah. He's like,
I had to
God,
talk to
my-
him. I'm like,
my
man, you
te-
just stick there and learn. You know,
My little
you can
6-year-old
talk to me later.
gave her Edomite teacher a breakdown on the chariots, you know? So, you know, and you, that's what it is. You know, the prophets are standing on their feet. And now our kids, you know, how much more now they're growing up in this truth, you know?
That's your fault.
You know?
Yeah, it shows you that there ain't much time left here, man.
Con.
You keep going on this Ezekiel, brother?
No, we're good on Ezekiel, but
Oh, yeah.
let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull out a set for you.
Go ahead and you start it.
But yeah, you know.